Do you wonder how much you may need to retire comfortably? Well, I answer that question according to the ASFA. The ASFA is the peak policy, research and advocacy body for Australia's superannuation industry. The ASFA stands for the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia. They claim that they don't advocate one sector's interest over another. They analyse the system as a whole and develop policy accordingly. The information in today's video has come from two documents, the Retirement Standard document and then the Detailed Budget Breakdown document. You'll find the links in the video description. Many people find it challenging when trying to work out how much they may spend each year in retirement for a comfortable lifestyle, especially when it could be many years away and when a person's spending patterns currently could be entirely different. The Detailed Budget Breakdown outlines exactly what is needed for the average retiree. There are a couple of assumptions. The assumptions are that these budgets assume that the retirees own their own home outright and are relatively healthy. Firstly, let's compare the difference between a comfortable versus a modest retirement. A modest retirement is considered better than the age pension, but still only allows for the basics. A comfortable retirement lifestyle enables an older, healthy retiree to be involved in a broad range of leisure and recreational activities and to have a good standard of living. And I really like how the Retirement Standard gives specific examples of what a comfortable, modest, and living off the pension lifestyle looks like in different spending areas. Choosing where you fit and what type of lifestyle you may like in retirement may help you decide how much you may spend each year in retirement. When I read these, I definitely thought that comfortable lifestyle fits what we would be wanting in retirement. And here are a few more. A big one here that stood out for me was the confidence to use air conditioning in the home and afford all utilities, plus the occasional restaurant meals out and takeaway. And of course, annual domestic trips to visit family and one overseas trip every 7 years. And of course, I must mention that the information in this video is for entertainment and general information only. You can read my full disclaimer in the description box below. Okay, so now let's look at the Detailed Budget Breakdown. It is very detailed and includes things like housing, utilities, food, media, clothing, and transport. It provides amounts for both a comfortable and modest standard of living, both for singles and couples, and it is updated quarterly to reflect changes to the Consumer Price Index. These numbers are weekly and for retirees aged between 65 and 84 years old. And there's also the categories of health expenses and leisure spending. And for a comfortable lifestyle, the total amount comes to $66,725 a year for a comfortable retirement for a couple, and $47,383 for a single person. And this graphic is just a great summary of everything I've spoken about so far. The summary shows how much is needed and it gives really great breakdown points of what that spending looks like in each spending area. These documents acknowledge that as people age, their spending needs change. Older retirees tend to spend more on assistance in the home, and they also tend to have increased out-of-pocket expenses for major medical procedures and ongoing chemist costs. They also tend to spend less on holidays and other leisure activities outside of the home. So what about those older retirees? There is also a budget breakdown for retirees 85 years and older, and the annual spending, as you would expect, is slightly less, at $61,000 for a couple and nearly $44,000 for a single person. Now I bet you're wondering, how much does a person need for a comfortable retirement? The lump sum for a comfortable retirement assumes that the retirees will draw down their capital and receive a part age pension. These amounts are in today's dollars and use a 2.75% average wage earnings as a deflator and an assumed investment rate of 6%. So the amount needed for a comfortable retirement according to the ASFA is $640,000 for a couple and $545,000 for a single person. And then for the modest retirement, it is $70,000 for both the couple and the single person. And if you're wondering, because I was, what are the cutoff points for the part age pension? And here are the amounts and different criteria, which show the different amounts needed for couples and singles. And for us, it looks like the cutoff would be $935,000. And of course, if you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or write a comment, as it really helps to support my channel. The ASFA state that they use the ASIC Money Smart calculator to come up with these numbers, so I thought I would check it out as I love a good personal finance calculator. I also thought it would be good to see how we are tracking, especially because we don't plan to rely on the age pension. So this is the calculator. It's called the Retirement Planner, and I'll leave a link in the video description. This calculator helps you to work out what income you are likely to get from super and the age pension when you retire, how contributions, investment options, fees, and retirement age affect your retirement income, and how working part-time or taking a break from work affects your super balance. So I put in my figures, my age of 37, my income of 45K. I went conservative here and only put in my teaching income. My desired retirement age of 65, as that's what the ASFA used. I chose the couple status and then added in my super balance, my employer contribution, and then my own personal contributions to my retirement fund. And then I added in the same info for my husband, his age, his income, the desired retirement age, his super balance, his employer contribution, and then his voluntary contributions as well. And then I think this graph is pretty cool, and it shows something I didn't think about. It shows that we will be able to access the age pension if needed. And it also shows when our super will be exhausted at age 92, but you can actually change that age in the calculator options. So according to this calculator, our estimated income for retirement until the age of 92 is expected to be just over $80,000, which according to the ASFA is enough for a comfortable retirement. And yes, this amount does account for inflation, and you can change that amount in the advanced settings. In the advanced settings, you can also change the expected investment returns, account and investment fees, and advice and insurance costs. And that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook.